As I transition from college to the workforce, is that what still people call it? Workforce job? As I get a job, gross. Um, there's a lot that goes through my mind, and there really wasn't this before a lot of times throughout school or other job interviews. So it'd be kind of weak. It's like, yeah, I want this. But now it's like, why? And there's so many things that go through my head, and we're just going to get into it. And I'm talking about me and a lot of Gen Z I've seen, especially from places like TikTok and Instagram, where, we're somehow in another war. It's impossible to own a house. Groceries are up the ass. There's so much going on, and it's so stressful trying to become an adult. It's so hard to find a job. They want you to have 5 years of this, 5 years of this, 5 years of this. 5 years ago, I was like 16, bro. What are you talking? What are you talking about? When I was playing Fortnite, you wanted me to be, I don't know, already like working full time. What are you talking about? I had a job interview the other day, and it was, so I had this basic part time job in my resume, and they're like, "Oh, were you the manager over the whole place? Why? Why would they trust why would they trust a 20-year-old to manage the whole what are you talking about? Why I'm in school, full time, what are you talking about? And it's like the thing is no one has this. You can find people from the highest of schools, from the best of, backgrounds, from all these things struggling to find a job, struggling to start a life in this place where the American dream is the big seller. And it's ridiculous. It's sad. And so I like the idea of a white picket fence. And it feels as if the last, 15 years is kind of a guess. 15 years ago, I was like, you know, 7 or something. That's crazy. I'm getting a little old. And I still don't have a fucking job. But seriously, it's one of these things where 15 years ago it was like, okay, the white picket fence, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Like, you're going to have a good time. You're going to be able to afford to go to Chili's every Friday. Like, let's go get them fajitas. And now it's like some guys come in. He's like, no, you want to watch sports every day? You want to gamble? Your wife wants to spend so much money. You want to just gamble and go into so much debt. Credit card, credit card, credit card. Come on, dude. It's fucking cool, dude. It's fucking cool, dude. You're gonna do edibles all the time. You're gonna be addicted to every substance known possible. You're going to be in a disc golf club or something. I don't know. It's just ridiculous nonsense. You're not going to own your house. You're going to rent, 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 rent. You're going to be okay giving your money to the government. We're going to be in another war. Let's go, baby. What is the issue? You can't afford anything. Who cares, dude? To go to Disneyland, you have to take out another credit card. Who cares, dude? Have a good time. Just enjoy it, dude. This is the American dream, dude. Come on, man. Oh, you just got laid off from your job? Go to Disney World again, bro. Like, it's like, oh my God. It's just literally, oh my God. And of course, there's so many great things still going on around the world and in America. It's still the upper middle class continues to grow, which is a place where if you work hard enough and continue to push, 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 you can get there. But before it's like, oh, you can get there by 30. Now it's like you can get there by 45, you know? And it's one of these things where it's like, oh my God, and you have to watch every single dollar you spend. It's just become so crushing, so soul crushing, so mentally crushing. And you're just expected to sit there and do it while so many other people who just placed in power or richness just kind of sit around and just rack in all your hard work. And it's ridiculous and it's sad. And so, yeah, the white picket fence symbolizes a deep desire for peace, stability, and domestic harmony, as it says on Google. And one thing I would add is that it adds ownership and creation. The I heard this the other day. The main goal of life is to create more, not just more life, but a lot of things. That's why people are so obsessed with their job and with their life and with so many things going on. And I just think that's beautiful. I think it's beautiful to create and to want for more. But no, it's like now you're supposed to sit on your couch and watch The Sopranos again and smoke weed. And it's like, what? What? And then they show you stats like Gen Z's drinking less, Gen Z's smoking less. And it's like, okay, but what are we doing more? We're being more secluded inside. Porn rates are worse. Like, it's like these things that are just so disgusting and gross. It's like, at least you're drinking less. Yeah, because there's so many people stoned watching The Sopranos, dude. What are you talking about? Like, we're doing so poorly. And we're a generation that's been so coddled and just kind of been like, it's going to be good, dude. We're going to have AI and advancements, and it's going to make job markets so much easier. Then why can't I find one, bro? It's just literally ridiculous. And I know it sounds like I'm coping or anything. I know I'm going to be fine. I know I'm going to find a job. But there's so many people my age range where it's just so sad, and we weren't told anything or how to do this or how to do that. And I get it. It's like you got to figure it out. And I love that in so many ways. But it's hard to figure out when everything's so screwed, you know? And so I love the white picket fence. I love the idea of ownership and, oh, this weekend I'm creating a shed in my backyard, and this weekend I'm building a boat, and this weekend I'm doing this. And we got leftover money and I'm investing it, and we have good 401ks, and our kids are going off to college. I love all that. I love the idea of a nice life, you know? And let's say you're working on a side business and maybe it makes a bunch of money or maybe it makes a little bit, maybe you sell it off. That's the American dream, is to have some fun, to create some things, to still have time to spend with your wife and your kids, and to still have time for your little disc golf club, you know? But now that's like getting crushed day by day by day. And so many things are just thrown in our face like, oh, another war. Your taxes are going up and your gas. You good? We chill? And it's gross and it's disgusting and it's sad and it just doesn't make any sense. So the title of this video is something along the lines of, what does Gen Z want? Well, I see it all over TikTok and Instagram. I think Gen Z wants the white picket fence. I think, they see so much sports gambling and they think it's gross. They see polymarket and they think it's gross. They see so many of these things and they think it's gross. And they have realized so many times over. And this is why something like the internet is so beautiful, because it just puts these messages in your face of course, there's so many bad ones, so much propaganda, but there's so many good ones. Like, it is great to have kids. It is great to have a partner. It is great to save up money and to own a house and to build things and to create things and to make your own bread. You know, that's beautiful. That's great. And of course, I don't want to live in suburbia. That's not my dream thing. But that is so much better than just this life of degeneracy in a crappy little apartment where you work your job you hate and you smoke weed just to ignore the job you hate. It's gross and it's sad, and it's like, do some sports gambling, dude. If you win, you're gonna feel great. If you feel awful, you might kill yourself. You might kill yourself. And it's like, oh my god, what are we doing? What are we doing? And it doesn't make any sense, and it's so sad because I know, my generation is known as so much shitty things, and there are so many shitty people, but there is in every generation, and so many people in my generation are good and hardworking and go to school and go to work and do all this, and they want good jobs, and they're screwed over and over and over. And you have things like AI coming in, people are like, it's great, dude, it's great. And it's killing off so many entry level jobs and so many medium level jobs that college has built you for. So then you get experience, then you get a better job and you grow. And it's killing that. And you're being told that you enjoy this. I don't enjoy this. I want a family and a wife and a nice life, and I want to create things and own things and build a company, maybe a side business. I don't know. I want to enjoy life. Does that make sense? I want a nice life. Subscribe.